Imagine turning micro movements in the Nasdaq market into real profits, live right before your eyes. In my live streams, I'll take you straight into the action of scalping Nasdaq futures. Watch as I analyze price action, volume, and order flow to identify scalping opportunities in this fast paced market. You'll see my trade setups, live executions, and detailed performance breakdowns, all in real time. Stay tuned and follow my journey as I work to master the art and skill of scalping NASDAQ futures. Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday, you guys. Okay, wait, guys. Good morning, Amelia, Janelle, and Trenches. Wait. Ay, ay, ay. I was not up all night working on my damn Discord. I actually forgot to reset my alarms. I was literally just laying there in my dream and I was like, you should probably wake up. You've been asleep for a while. And I looked at the clock and I saw 9:09 and I was like, yeah, definitely forgot to reset my alarms. But we're here. We are here. All right. I am still gonna trade. Let me unlock my all right, my Top Step accounts are unlocked. TBT is up there. Good morning, guys. Okay, wait. How y'all like the intro though? Thought I made a commercial. Okay. Y'all are acting crazy this morning. Hi guys, good morning. How has the market been this morning? Because she doesn't know. I literally got up, opened the computer, went and got myself together, and now I'm here. You can actually see my screen now. It was great. Thank you. Oh, you spamming emotes. Oh no. Okay, wait. I have to fix the night bots. Look, I got bots everywhere. Bots everywhere. All right, hold on. Let me go fix that bot since the market is in a place where I can't do anything. All right, let's see. Sorry, new. The bot got you. All right, let me see. I think that was something that I didn't do though. That does it on its own. I just forgot to turn it on. No, it's not on. This filter allows you to. Okay, yeah, that has nothing to do with me. I don't know how to fix that. Good morning, new. He got timed out for spamming emojis, but I didn't do it. It says Nightbot too, y'all. I don't know. Because the emojis are not even on. Look, excess emotes is not even on. So I don't know. I don't know. Look, we'll figure that out later. Good morning, new. Good morning, good morning. All right. Wait, I'm trying to. Oh, it's not gonna let me do that. All right, hold on. Cause new, I tried to make you a mod too, but it wouldn't let me at first. Let me see if I could do it now. Oh yeah, she has bots. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, we here. All right, the market's about to switch trends. All right, cool. But yeah, I did the little commercial. I did that when I got home last night, and I'm gonna tell you the biggest reason why I did it is because I told you guys that I've purposely been doing certain things that like hinder my growth on YouTube because I really didn't want to grow that fast. And yeah, now it's time for me to stop doing those things so that I can start growing. That's simple. Somebody here? But yeah, and so having like a little timer like that, paste the channel URL of a user that. Wait, how do I do that? Oh wait, maybe I have to go into it from YouTube Studios. But yeah, so one of the things was having a 30-second timer at the beginning that says nothing. And so I knew that having a intro that actually has some talking to it, that gives you some keywords and stuff, actually helps. So here we are. All right, I can't wait. How do I go to? Maybe if I go in this control room, there it is. Control room, add as moderator. There we go. Good morning, S. How are you this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, how was you guys this holiday? All right, we got a little breakout. Yesterday so we have like a family Christmas Eve party every year. I did not go to that. I feel like I wasn't really ready yet to do that. And then I'll have to be more. It's not gonna work. So I didn't go to our huge family Christmas Eve party, but then yesterday we do like a smaller gathering on Christmas at my aunt's house, because we used to do it at my house growing up. And ever since like my parents started getting divorced, we stopped doing it over here. Like, so that was about 5 years ago. So now we do it at my aunt's house. So it's really just my mom, my grandma, my mom's sister, her son and his girlfriend and kids, and then me and my sister, and then my aunt's husband. So it's a really small thing. And so that was my first time getting out of the house in a whole month. You guys know I've been dealing with a lot for the last month, so that was nice. And it was cool. It was nice to see the kids. Y'all should have saw my niece. Her mom brought her in. She was like, her mom was carrying her. And so everybody was like saying hi to her or whatever. And as soon as she saw me, she jumped out of her mama's arms. And she just literally put her head on my shoulder. And she was just laying there for like 5 minutes. Everybody just kept saying hi to her. And so I got her off me so I could see her dress and everything. And she just still had her head down, and she just laid right back on my chest. I was like, oh, my baby missed me. I said, you missed your TT? She was like, yeah. My little babies. And my nephew, he was just acting a fool like he always does. Now kisses. A mess, but it was fun though. Oh, we got another bot working. Okay. Good, happy, sad, blessed. Yeah, all of those things. All in one. 91. 75. All right. What's that number? 87. Okay, it would also be nice if I turn my alerts on. But yeah, it was cool. Y'all think Chick-fil-A open today? I don't know. Thank you, S. Thank you. You know her greedy self would. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to delete that. Oh yeah, so I did decide to get the TPT account. I just felt like that sale was just, you can't beat it. You can't beat that sale. So I went ahead and I got it. And let's see, 25. I went ahead and I got it. So the Top Step account that renews on the 4th, I'm gonna push that account to see if I can pass it. If I don't pass it, I'm gonna cancel it, and then I'll just basically have one account with each company. But I'm feeling pretty good about everything, so we'll see what happens. We'll see. Did the bot in the Discord? Oh yeah, you guys, if you're not in the Discord yet, I did go ahead and launch the Discord because people have been asking. And plus, you know, being part of other discords. Ooh, okay, the bot worked to show that I was live. Okay, and the news reminder worked. Perfect. Other discords that I'm a part of, some of them I like. I'm not in a whole lot of them. Let me just make that clear. I like them, but I still feel like having a community that's kind of the extension of the community that we built on YouTube, I would enjoy that just a tad bit more. So it's not just for you guys, it's for me as well. So it's up. There's some other things that I'm gonna end up putting in there. I'm not completely done. Like there's more, there's some PDFs I want to put in there that's trading related, some more indicators, and then eventually I'm gonna put some YouTube videos in there as well. Mainly like, you know, really good YouTube videos regarding candlestick patterns and order flow, just different things like that, because everybody doesn't already have a strategy. Some people are still trying to learn and things like that. And so over time of us building the community, I just want to have different resources that people can use just to learn different things. And so some of that stuff is coming. And yeah. I did get the account. It's the very first prop you got funded with last year. Really? So you had an account with them when they had that executions rule? Girl, when I saw that that was a thing, I said, what? I think, what did they get rid of it? Maybe in the summer, I can't remember. But when I saw a 50 executions, who are y'all? But yeah, Santa ain't bring you nothing but gloves. Oh, so who the other folk in the? Okay. So the BK is one of my really close friends of like probably 8 years or so, and then I think his name in there is Sinister Ripsta. That's my best friend Jeremy, that's the best friend that trades. That's a forex trader. And so I added them in there first because I wanted to get their opinion on like the layout and stuff, especially 82, 84, especially my friend who doesn't trade, because I kind of wanted to get his opinion, knowing that he's not a trader, like of the ease of use, the interface and stuff like that. I kind of wanted to get his opinion on that. And so yeah, so I invited them in there first just to get their opinions, and then I invited you guys. Well, I invited like 7 bots first, and then I invited you guys. I do still want to go back in there and figure out how to do the link thing without taking away the gifts or whatever. So I got to figure that part out, but that's about it though. That is about it. All right, my little list down here is getting a little too long. All right, net liquidation. Okay. But yeah, so that's them. And then also also with my best friend who trades, that's a little too close. 161. Yeah, it's no point in taking that. He has a Discord that's just me, him, and one of our old business partners who's a trader. And he was telling me, he was like, that at some point in the future he might want to actually like for real build a Discord. And so that was the other reason why I invited him in, because I was like, hey, come see how mine is. I watched like several videos. I watched a couple of hour-long videos, a couple of like 30-minute videos. There was a whole bunch of videos that I had to watch to get it like that, because I didn't really know that you could do all that stuff on Discord. So I brought him in and I was just like, hey, look, this is a pretty good layout. I took like, you know, just different tips and tricks from different people, and this is kind of what I came up with. And y'all, I swear to God, he's on the phone and he's like, yo, this look good as hell. He said, I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't think I got the patience to do what you did. I was like, oh, well, there's that. How do you join the Discord? The link should be below. But it's also, I made it really easy. Should be bit.ly traders. Then it should be there. Najee was like, how those people get invited before me? That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why. Let's see. Go to the site. I want to make sure that's right. This invite may be expired or you may not have permission to join. Who the fuck told you that? All right, we got to figure that out. Yeah, we got to figure out the whole link thing. Okay, is the market just not? I don't really expect very much with it still being Christmas week, but oh my gosh. I do still want to trade a little bit, but you know, that's what happens when you wake up late. So it looks like, oh my gosh, can we talk about this, you guys? I was just talking about this in the mod chat of Kage's Discord, like midnight. So I really hate when influencers do this. So there's an influencer who I actually like, and they made a community post, right, about TradeFi's sale that they were having last night. From my understanding, TradeFi was doing a sale pretty much every day, like the 25 days of Christmas thing. Excuse me. And so there's 3 different account tiers at TradeFi. You have one account tier, which I think is the advanced one. That's the cheapest, which I think is the cheapest because you have trail and drawdown, and then there's growth. That's the second cheapest. And you have end of day drawdown, and then you have straight to funded. So the cheapest accounts were 40% off. The middle accounts were, no. I'm lying. The straight to funded was 40% off. The middle accounts, 68.52. Hold on. Oh, you know what? I don't want to take that there. So the straight to funded was 40% off. The middle accounts were 60% off, and then the cheapest accounts were 70% off. Okay. And so she makes the community post, and for whatever reason, she didn't do the calculation of the 50K account for straight to funded. She says, oh, 150K are my favorites. And then she shows that the cheapest account is like $72 all in. The middle account for 50K was like, I don't know, maybe $172 all in or something like that. I don't remember the numbers. And then the straight to funded was like, I don't know, 329 if I'm not mistaken when I did the calculations. But at the end of her post, she's like, but this account and the straight to funded are cheapest, like based on price. What? Straight to funded is never the cheapest anywhere. What are you talking about? And it just irritated me because I'm like, you literally just did the calculation in the post and had the nerve to say that straight to funded is the cheaper option, one of the 2 cheaper options. That's not true. And what? And so I kind of went on a rant in that Discord. I definitely went on a rant because it's so crazy. One of my next videos is going to be about straight to funded accounts. It is, because I am honestly sick of hearing about straight to funded and people not even realizing that it's really not that great. It's not that great of an account. It's not. Oh, thank you, Janelle. Thank you. Evan sales cheapest was, yeah, exactly. No, baby, she didn't say draw down. She literally said, I'm gonna read to you exactly what it said. It said it went through the 70% off advance. Cheapest is 50K, is 154 all in, but growth or straight to fund it is better option based on price only. That's literally what she said. And I'm just like, ma'am, like I said, I love her, but that ain't right. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. Oh, let's see. 52 greater than. So yeah, that really bothered me. But then we kind of started getting into the discussion about straight to funded accounts. And first of all, the number of people who aren't doing the math, like you have so many people. First of all, we are in denial, right? All of these people who are so gung-ho about evals being the most evil thing on earth are insane. It's literally insane. Y'all got one hit of a straight to funded account, and all of a sudden evals are just the worst thing. I don't like wasting my time on evals. I don't. Half of y'all wasn't wasting y'all time on evals anyway because you motherfuckers was full porting anyway. What are we talking about here? Wait. And then, so I was comparing the accounts over there, right? Let me make sure this trade isn't setting up, because it was setting up at first and then we kind of decided to switch it up a little bit. Let's see, 52. We were literally one tick away from closing the bar. Oh, that's gonna close down. 52. Oh, I just completely got rid of that. Okay, so I went through and I compared the accounts. First of all, most of the time all of the time, your straight to funded accounts are gonna be worse consistency. So Tradeify's consistency rules in PA, or whatever they call it over there, is 35%, even on evals, right? But with straight to funded is 20. And so we think about straight to funded like, oh my gosh, there's a quicker path to payout. But with the 20% consistency rule, that means you already automatically have a 5-day trading window, no matter what, right? You have to trade for at least 5 days. And so, like I said, I don't really think people pay attention to certain metrics and certain things that just don't make sense. Because that's one of them. Let me see, 32. Oh, the VWAP's there. I can't trade that. So not only is your consistency worse, but also on the 150K accounts over there, in order for you to reach payout on a straight to funded, you have to reach 159 as a balance. With the other two accounts, you basically only have to reach 155. So you have to make an extra $4,000 and your consistency is 15% less. And when you look at the payout, the max payouts that you can get on the accounts, the straight to funded account on your very first payout, when you compare the straight to funded to the other two accounts, you could take $500 more of a payout. Cool. On the second payout, it's equal to the other ones. And then on the third and subsequent payouts, your max payout on the straight to funded is less than the other two accounts. So please explain to me how the straight to funded is such a better idea. When you have companies that you can pass the eval in one day, like Apex, or 2 days, or one day I think is also My Funded Futures, you could pass in 2 days with Top Step. I mean, Take Profit Trader is one of the few that's still 5 days. I think Bulinox even is now a 1 day pass. But even with a 5 day pass, right? I would rather take 5 days to pass, knowing that with Take Profit Trader, as soon as I hit not 152, on a 50K, as soon as I hit 52,000, I can withdraw anything above that and I can withdraw daily. I don't have to reach this huge target, and it's just no, and there's no max payout. So I just don't think that people pay attention. Good morning, Paul. How are you this morning? Will I tell you who it was, Amelia? It was Trades by Jess. You had red velvet cake for breakfast. You had chocolate chip. What are y'all doing with y'all diets? The only difference between straight to funded and evals is time, and you will spend more money. Yeah, Paul, but the time is not really a thing like that. And then, okay, let's be real here. What's his name? Kyle, damn good trading, said a couple days ago he spent $20,000 on Tradeify accounts. He hates the guts of evals. I hate evals. But if you're just going to blow them anyway, are evals really a bad thing? Because there's no way I'm finna spend $20,000 on accounts. It's just no way. There's no way. There's no way. It's literally no way. You're not losing that much time. If you go to a company that has a 1-day pass and you pass it in 1 day, you just missed out on 1 day. But you can have accounts at a company you can have accounts with Tradeify shit. They basically have a 1-day pass, the other accounts. So why not just get the other accounts and pass in 1 day? And then you can get paid quicker, you can get paid more, and you can have better consistency rules. Because these are the same people who, before Straight to Funded came out, were full porting evals anyway to pass them. Let's be real. Very few people actually trade influencers, let me say that. Very few influencers pass evals the same way that they trade. Most of them are full porting on news. So why not just do that? And that 20% consistency with Straight to Funded is exactly. A trail and drawdown stresses you down. Yeah, I definitely see why people don't like the trail and drawdown. I would say the only good thing about the trail and drawdown, there's two things, is that number one, it goes away. And number two, I think that for some people who are always trying to hit home runs and not understanding how important base hits are, it can force you to take your profits earlier. Because there's nothing wrong with, like, what I used to do when I intraday swing traded. Sorry, I'm trying to turn my heater on. What I used to do was I would take partials at certain risk to rewards. And so let's say I'm going for a 1 to 3. Well, at a 1 to 1, I would take partials, and then I would, this is one of my intraday swing trading risk management things. So when I got to 1 to 1, I would take like half of my profits off, and then I would move my stop loss to break even. And then when I got to 1 to 2, I would move my stop loss to the 1 to 1, and then I would kind of trail it like that. And then eventually, once I started trading with Renko's, well, it just made sense for me to just trail the close of the bar. And that worked out a whole lot better, just because, you know, Renko's was a little bit more accurate with that. And then it was just a lot easier to not have to keep coming back to the charts when my alert went off that, you know, partials were taken here and stuff like that. Because if I'm not mistaken, every time I would move my stop loss, I would take some off, depending on obviously how many contracts I had in, but I always took off half of my contracts at the 1 to 1, no matter what. Exactly, Amelia, with the 1-day pass with Tradeify. Exactly. I should have thrown that $102 out the window down the street. You know what? So many people like, so the reason why I went with TPT is because the only thing I ever heard from people like negatively was either like you guys not liking the trail and drawdown, or just people not liking that the if you hit the daily loss limit, you lose the account. Well, stop hitting the goddamn home daily loss limit. Whoa, I, I don't get it. Reduce your risk a little bit and make sure that your stop loss would not have you hitting the daily loss limit. But yeah, for a scalper like myself, trail and drawdown is just whatever. Like if I'm hitting the trail and drawdown, my strategy's just not right yet, and that's been the reason why I've been failing accounts for the last year. But I'll just never have that problem that some other people have. But for me, I feel like the perfect trio as far as accounts go is Apex, Top Step, and TPT. Because I was thinking from like a payout perspective, right? TPT, you can withdraw daily, anything above the threshold. Well, obviously more than 250 in profit, because anything less than that you have to pay a fee on the withdrawal. So I was thinking from that perspective. Then Top Step, I only have to trade, get 5 winning days, and then I could withdraw half, so that's another good like payout policy. And then Apex, I know that some people have their thing with Apex. I don't have a problem with Apex, and so I just still feel like Apex is a pretty decent company. Do I think their communication is ass? Yes. Do I think they suck with implementation? Yes. But as far as the rules and the payout rules, I don't have a problem with it. So it makes no sense for me to not have accounts somewhere where I can have 20 accounts, and I'll probably be in sim funded a lot longer than other companies will allow me to be. And that's that. I see what he was saying about using your funded on buying accounts. Exactly, Janelle. And that, like, obviously, certain people, especially influencers, I mean, obviously, they're using their affiliate commissions, to pay for accounts. And some of them are in profit. They might have spent $100,000 on accounts, but they brought in 275, and so I just want people who are not influencers to realize that that is the better thing to do. Get you a couple of, an account or two in different prop firms that you feel like you like, and just stick with those. And as you get payouts, get more. You don't have to rush it, but everybody's in a rush. And we obviously don't want to get rich slow, right? But it's no need to rush, because some of these companies, the accounts cost way too much to just be rushing. It makes no sense. I could keep those 85 to 90% of those profits in a personal account. Absolutely, Janelle. And that's why everybody's goal, no matter what, should be to fund their personal account. But if you're not ready yet, if you don't have as much money as you want in your personal account, like, it's cool. I feel like props, the purpose of props is to use it to learn, number one, because for some people, the psych part of it, they don't have any skin in the game. Y'all, look at my nails. My niece did my nails yesterday. They don't have any skin in the game by just trading with a sim account, right? And so having a having an eval, having a PA with a prop firm where you can actually get money out of the sim funded, it helps you develop the psych part of trading, right? And also, not everyone has a great paying job that makes it easy for them to be able to save $1,000 to go put into a personal account. So I feel like if you're not utilizing the opportunity for that, like there was one guy, oh my God, y'all, he was in the Top Step Discord. I felt so bad. So I've been in the Top Step Discord for a while. I made my first comment like 2 days ago. I answered a question because somebody said something about there was something wrong with their Top Step feed, and I'm like, you're on the wrong contract. But he was trading the December 2025 contract, and so that was my only comment like 2 days ago. And then yesterday I woke up and I saw these two people spinning this mod in a circle with their questions, and the mod was by themselves. So I went and I was helping them out or whatever. And so one of the guys was just so gung-ho about like being taken live early with like having the opportunity or the risk of being taken to live early with Top Step. First of all, you're not there yet. Who cares? Second of all, he just was so like, what if I'm called and I only have $5,000 in profit and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, the likelihood of that happening is so low. But even then, his mindset was, if you're going to possibly take me to live too early, I might as well not take any payouts while I'm in XFA so that I can use it to have a huge live account. Baby, who told you that? I'm like, the name of the game is paying yourself. You need to pay yourself regardless, because what happens if you stack all this money in the damn account to go to live and then you lose the money before you can even withdraw it? That's pointless. And so I did bring up that it is a little weird that, because I saw on Top Step's Twitter, I will never call that thing X, I'm sorry. I saw on Top Step's Twitter that I think the last batch of traders that they brought to live that they actually put the stats out for was like maybe the 19th of this month. And you had one person who like took out $14,000 in payouts, and he funded the live account with maybe like $3,000, maybe like 3,500. But then the person on the top had already withdrawn like 100 something thousand, if I'm not mistaken, and funded his live account with 80,000. And so the mod was telling me there's some new channel that all the live traders are in on the Discord, where Top Step is getting feedback from some of them, and they are working on having a more streamlined process as far as who gets pulled to live. Because, you know, if you pull somebody to live because they have really, really, really good risk management, yet they only have profited $5,000 so far, you're basically punishing them for not being degenerates. Because if you can have somebody who withdraws over $100,000 and funds their live account with $80,000, the likelihood of you taking them to live later, and the reason being that they were churning and burning, or, you know, maybe they weren't doing it purposely, but they were churning and burning, the likelihood is very high. Because otherwise you would have took them to live super early, like this person over here with really, really good risk management, and that's not fair. You are punishing them for not being a degenerate. And so he did say that they're working on that, which is nice, because I don't think that it's fair. I don't think it's fair at all. Trading with Travis is doing great with TPT. He got above the trail in 100K. He's taking a daily payout for a month or so. Nice. See, that's what I like to hear. Didn't understand that when I was trading with them. So Amelia and everyone else, from my understanding, when I looked at one of the interviews from the TPT CEO, the way he was explaining the hard breed, now I don't know about an eval, but I think that the reason why, based on what he was saying, is that he's like, look, with every company there's a give and take, and with their company, because remember, if you have, I think, more than $5,000 in profit in your pro accounts, the risk managers start to look at your accounts and possibly look to take you live. And that can be very quickly depending on what account type you have. And so to me, I feel like the trade-off for being able to withdraw anything above your buffer, to be able to withdraw daily, not have any payout windows or anything, the trade-off is, hey, if you're risking too much, we don't want to pay you. Especially if you have the opportunity to possibly be taken to live a lot quicker. And so for me, even though other companies, it is a softer breach, because their payout policy is like the most lenient to me, I kind of understand it. I kind of understand it just a little bit. You stopped watching his content for some reason. He was off for a few weeks. His chat was getting toxic. Why is everybody's chat's getting toxic? Gold is on a tear right now. Ooh. Who won in Alpine's chat? I don't even remember. The Top Step Discord is not in. They sent out 10 alerts. After that, you muted all of them. Yeah. I think I went through my Discord on my computer, and I basically got rid of all the channels that I don't really frequent. So like in one channel, in one Discord server, I literally only go into the mod chat, the main chat, and then there's like a VIP room. So I literally can't even see any of the other ones. And then in Top Step, I basically got rid of everything except the main lobby and the payouts. And I've already muted all my notifications. That's the first thing that I do when I go into a new server is I mute all the notifications that kind of don't make sense for me. And I just kind of go from there. 30K on Top Step and lost 100K in a few weeks. He used his 3K daily loss as his loss limit. What a DJ. What? Because was Kyle, I feel like I heard somebody say that Kyle was on Top Step TV before. Is that true? I feel like I heard that, but I'm not all the way certain. I can't believe the market didn't give me nothing after 9:30. Travis would take out 500 to 2K every single day in November. Ooh, that's nice. Good morning, Blackout. How are you this morning? I hope you had a great Christmas as well. Mine was pretty cool. I spent it with family, more specifically my little babies. So it was nice. I was building car racetracks. I was playing Simon, the old school game Simon with them. My niece had me playing with baby dolls and all kind of stuff. And the crazy thing was my back was killing me yesterday and it did not matter because TT is supposed to play with us. But I enjoyed myself though. I did. One day and they use a lot of contracts just to get 5 points. Yeah, Paul, see, Top Step TV, I feel like the CEO would probably, I'm pretty sure he would say this is not a thing, but I just feel like when you have so many of your traders watching you, are y'all really trading for real? Are y'all actually putting your best foot forward to make some profits, knowing that so many people who follow you are so new to trading and or still struggling in things and they're gonna follow your trades? First of all, anybody who follows their trades are crazy. You could watch one damn stream and tell I am not supposed to be taking these people's trades. But I just feel like I just don't trust it. And there's no way, like the house account, he's already admitted the house account is down well above $300,000 for the year. And he keeps making this, I'm not going to say excuse. His reason is that basically they've been trying out different people and they're building their, I don't even know what the word is that he's using, but I'm just like, it just don't make sense to me. Is who Puerto Rican? I look Puerto Rican to you? No. No. I'm blackety black. You got 0 trades today, Amelia. We're in the same boat. Like someone else pointed out, if they did well, then Top Step will be paying out a lot. Exactly. Yeah, it just it doesn't make sense. No, I am black. Yeah, I watched one episode of Top Step TV before, I think, just one. And I turned it off quite quickly. First of all, there was too many people on the panel and they were all over talking each other. And then it was, I don't know if it's still like this, but it seemed like everybody had to agree to get into the trade on the house account. But that doesn't make sense because if you have 3 people who all trade differently, how are you going to have everybody agree on the same trade? And it was just chaotic. Like it was just way, it was chaotic. I didn't like it. And then, oh no, I did tune in one more time. It was on a Friday, I feel like it was. And it was during their segment where they just take stupid trades. I forget what it's called. I think it was a Friday, Thursday or Friday. I don't remember. And they were losing, obviously. So they weren't on the house account. They were doing demo trades. But I was just like, last I checked, this is some of the results that you guys get when y'all are doing stuff for real. But yeah, Top Step TV is not the judge for me. Yes, sensory overload. I can't. They were just over talking each other, and it just, no. Mm-mm. It's so bad. Talking over each other is the worst. The lag isn't good. Exactly. One guy was like a sports commentator on what everyone. Oh, see, no, that really would have drove me crazy. Shut up. Mm-mm. This is why I have my couple of streamers who I watch while I'm journaling, or if I'm just relaxing for the day, I don't have anything to do, I'll turn them on, and that's just that. That's just that. I'm very curious. I won't be able to check until after midnight. I wonder if I even had any setups earlier in the day. I can't really tell just because, oh, the order flow is showing up. I can't tell because my zigzag indicator, I would have to do something specific. I would have to turn on the tick replay data, which would mess up the charts. But I do wonder if I would have had any setups though. 38. Oh, there's one. Of course. That's one for sure. But yeah, I can't tell because I don't know what color the zigzag really was and things like that. But based on what the market looked like, just in conjunction with where my indicators are and stuff like that, it looks like the likelihood of me having a trade today was pretty slim regardless, basically. Even if I woke up on time. So it doesn't look like I missed out on much of anything. 20, well, that looks like a trade for sure though. 28. That looks like a trade. That's not one. Yeah, so I might have missed something. Possibly. That's the same. Yeah. Looks like I might have missed a trade. Maybe two. Not much though. I don't think. I could be wrong. So maybe I won't feel as bad. But I definitely have my alarm turned on, so we will not have that happen again. We will not. We will not. Oh. There wasn't news today either, right? Yeah. So I would say probably, I might have missed like 3 or 4 trades, it looks like. A couple of divergence trades and a couple of pullbacks. What's the delta every 5 minutes? Like, what are you doing with the million? Danny Trades was on it too. Okay, I thought that I heard that. What about that interview his co-founder of his prop firm did with him? I couldn't even watch it. Like, and then to know that you've been privately apologizing to the people who you were racist towards. You're such a coward. Stand on business. Stand on business because you quadruple down for real, for real. So stand on business. And but then somebody in one of the Discord, I think it was Kage's Discord, somebody had shared that the co-founder ain't too much different than him. Because he shared that the co-founder, Jay Dunn or whatever his name is, he had made like a tweet about, I think it might have been transgenders or something. Oh no, it was in the main chat because I remember commenting birds of a feather. Yeah, he said the whole trans community is number one, worthless to society, number two, mentally ill, number three, hopefully is eliminated. Sad excuse for people, arrests and more should be made of them all. Birds of a feather. Tradeify adds rhythmic. I'll buy it. They don't have. So what do they have? Tradeovate? I had an interesting convo with a woman who was an analyst on Wall Street back in the early 2000s. She's homeless and a domestic. Oh no. Wow. That is crazy. Did you meet her at your volunteer event that you were telling me about? That is crazy. Hitmaker, I agree with the mentally ill part only. Oh, they are. That is why so for those of you guys who don't know, my background, I'm a psych nurse. I haven't worked as a nurse in 2 years, but I worked in psych for 8 years of my 12-year career, something like that. And yeah, the reality is part of it is a mental illness, right? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like the very first time I started I was working at this eating disorder facility, and at my previous job I worked at the state, and we did have like a couple of people there who identified as something else, but there were no transgenders. There was probably one person who was like, but he had like a for real intellectual disability, but he liked to wear, bows in his head, things like that. But this is a psych facility, like it was basically like a medium security jail, but not everybody there was criminals. But then, like I said, when I started working at the eating disorder facility, first of all, I worked on the children's unit the majority of the time. And I remember the first time I heard the they them thing, I was in report and the nurse is like, yeah, so they such and such, such and such. And I was like, who? And so she named the person and I'm like, I was confused, genuinely. And so she keeps talking and she says they again. And I'm like, who? And she says the person and I'm like, why do you keep saying they if you're only talking about one person? And I, again, genuinely confused. And she's like, oh, this is a thing where a single person calls themselves a plural pronoun. I said, oh my God. For me, listen, if you want to identify as a keyboard, do whatever the fuck, okay? Do whatever you want to do. However, when you're working with children and you have some of these things going on, what frustrated me most about that facility is this facility knew whether or not parents supported their children in this journey of going down the rabbit hole of identification. And so you would have parents who are like, I do not support my child being called this, because a lot of them, you have free reign. If you want to be called a totally different actual name, it doesn't even have to be a pronoun, a name, you could be called whatever the hell you want to. And so I used to raise concern there because I'm like, listen, we're in a psych facility, right? You guys are so focused on trying to treat the eating disorder, but you're forgetting, and it's because a lot of them who work there, their only experience in psych is in an eating disorder facility. So I'm like, you guys are so focused on getting these people to eat again, but you're not realizing that the psych part of it has to come first. So like most of the time with the adults, it was more of they've been having eating disorders since they were kids. And when they get triggered with certain things, the eating disorder kind of takes over their life. They stop eating. They are, I forget the term now. I've been out of it for a couple of years, but it's when you drink a lot of water to prevent yourself from having an appetite, and you can go even longer without food. And so, yeah, I told them, I said, when we think about the psych part of it, these kids have been removed from their homes for months at a time, right? Whether they are triggered because their parents are going through divorce, they don't feel loved, whatever, or a lot of them who were in that community, it's because their parents don't accept their sexuality or how they like to identify their pronouns and things like that. So you take them out of that environment that is obviously triggering these kids, and you put them into an environment where you're giving them free reign. You don't give a damn about what their parents say. So of course they're going to get better in here. They're not triggered. You're letting them be called whatever they want to be called. You're using the pronouns they want to be called. So obviously over time, they're going to start eating again, right? But guess what? The reason why these people come back is because you've then released them back into the same environment where their parents are not accepting this. And oh my gosh, the only thing I can control in my household is me not eating. So I'm not going to eat, and I'm going to come right back to this place where I have free reign to do everything. It pissed me off. It pissed me off so bad because you're not helping anybody. You're not. That was like very annoying. Very, very annoying. The pro traders on Top Step don't seem to have a high bar on profits. No. Working on rhythmic. He makes a lot of comments like that, I think, on X. I did not know that. I know now. The only person I've heard of, Janelle, that has signed up for Blue Sky or well, Kellyanne, I think, calls it Blue Ski, is Kellyanne. I don't think I've heard of anybody else who has tried that prop firm out. Let me see if Kage has, because I think he has accounts at every place that he has in his Discord. Oh, shoot. Browse channels. He does have something in there about Blue Sky or Blue Ski. So he might have accounts there. He probably does. Yeah, he probably does. Hey, remove from channel list. You get all their ads on Facebook. The first time you heard that, you was confused? Yeah. But if no one tells you, how are you supposed to know? Exactly, Amelia. Trenches. Seems like an Apex dupe. The pure Apex dupe is day traders. That's for damn sure. Coach Christy, I have a Blue Sky Live account, and you get paid daily if wanted. Oh, nice. Good morning, Coach Christy. How are you this morning? It's like they're in a fantasy land, and we all have to play a character in their fantasy mind. Yeah, Hitmaker. And there's a fine line, because like I said, for me, as long as you're not hurting people, I don't really care what people do in life. Just don't physically, mentally, emotionally hurt people. Do whatever you want. But I also don't think that it is appropriate to teach children this stuff. Like, you're taking slavery out of books, but then you're putting that kind of stuff in. And I don't feel like it should be done. I just don't. And then, they have some of the arguments of, well, kids can see a man and a woman, a biological man and a woman, kiss in a movie. So what's the problem with other look, please don't. I can go on a whole soapbox with that. But like I said, I really don't care. Just leave me alone. Leave people alone who don't want to deal with it. And you also have to respect that not everyone has the same thought pattern and the same, I don't know, they don't think the way that you do. So you can't be upset if somebody sees what you look like and call you what you look like. Like, I'm gonna give y'all this last little story, and then I'm gonna get out of here because we ain't take no trades, so it ain't nothing to go over. So when I was working at the state, right, and I have a story about this on my other channel. I was working at the state and I had just got there. Okay, so I ain't interacted with nobody. And the way that it worked, you have the overlapping of like 30 minutes for each of the shifts. And so that 30 minutes is typically spent in report. And so I usually went through report pretty quickly. And at this facility, I usually worked as the charge nurse. They wanted me to work as a charge nurse a lot, but a lot of times I just wanted to be the med nurse. Like, I don't want to think today. And so I was the med nurse this particular day. And so I'm just getting my meds ready, you know, and things like that. And so one of the patients was a biological female who liked to be called male pronouns, who the only reason you would possibly think it was a male is because of the short haircut, but I mean, big boobs and looks like a woman. And so it was a younger person under the age of 21. Okay. Have to preface it with that because that's very important. And so I'm just sitting in the med room and I'm just doing my thing, getting my meds ready or whatever. And the person came up to the med window, and I don't remember what they asked because it was so long ago, and was upset and punched the med window out. And the med window went like flying, like almost hit me, right? And they called me the N word with bitch on the end of it. Hard ER with bitch on the end. And first of all, I forgot I was at work, y'all. As soon as I saw that window fly past me, I got up and started walking towards that damn window. And it wasn't until I got to the window and realized I was at work. Like, I literally kind of blacked out for a second because who trying to fight me? And so I was instantly pissed because I just got here. I ain't triggered nobody. I've never, in all of my years of working in psych, I've never had anyone attempt to attack me ever. Ever. Because the reality is, a lot of people, I'm not going to say all, but unless somebody is like literally in a state of psychosis, if you have somebody that's not in a state of psychosis who attacks you, it's because you probably sent them into a fit of rage. Okay. So I immediately realized I'm at work. I back up. All right, cool. So I call a code gray because we finna give a shot. I don't got what? We don't have time for this. Like, if you in that much of a rage where you are now calling me a racial slur and you punched a mid window out, is you trying to come through the window? What's up? So at this particular facility, the patients were smart enough to know that no matter what they did, if they calm down 0.5 seconds before a shot is injected into them, we can't give them a shot anymore. So this person is all over the place, right? All over the place, causing havoc. And so when they see that all these people are coming onto the ward now they're sitting there chilling, so I can't give a shot. All right, cool. So from there, you know, a little bit of time goes by. Now I'm getting ready to pass meds. And so the charge nurse is like, hey, so-and-so is in the line to get meds. I said, oh, you won't be getting meds from me. I said, you could take the meds and go give it to this person because we not doing it, right? And so I hear the person in the line talking to one of the other patients. In this particular unit, there were some people who had like intellectual disabilities, even if it's just mild. And most of the other ones were just personality disorders, certain personality disorders. And so I hear the person telling the other patient, yeah, because I don't like being called a woman. I don't like hearing she pronouns. I don't like being called that. But you think I want to be called the N word with a hard ER? Are you okay? And the reason why I said the age is because if there is a 90-year-old man who still think that it's 1896, whatever, you're not even in your right mind. But as somebody who is basically a teenager, you know right from wrong, right? And so I got pissed and I was like, no, get them out of my line. And so obviously they came back later to apologize. And I literally looked at them and just looked back at my computer. I don't have to accept your apology. And I forced the facility to not put me over there for a while. And I had to advocate for myself because for whatever reason in healthcare, and this is jobs, period. Jobs think that you're a robot. I'm not a goddamn robot. I have feelings, I have emotions, and regardless if I'm at work or not, you don't understand why. And I had to tell the admins, I said, you guys don't know your employees outside of this place. You have no idea what kind of experiences I might have had with racism and why I'm so triggered. You have no idea about anything. And because you're not Black yourself and you have not experienced racism yourself, you don't understand how high of a trigger that can be. For somebody to try to hurt me because I'm Black and I just got here is a problem. So I avoided that place for like 6 months. I did not have to work on that ward for like 6 months. And what really, really pissed me off was there was a gay white guy who worked there who literally told me out of his own mouth that I shouldn't be so upset because people call him the F word. And I told him, let me tell you something. Don't ever compare your sexuality to somebody's race. Ever. Because you have the opportunity to present yourself as not being gay. You can literally walk around here and nobody would ever know what you like to do in the bedroom. I do not have the opportunity to take my skin color off. I used some cuss words in the middle of that, but I told him, in the future, don't ever compare being judged for your sexuality to being judged on your race. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But it's a mess. Look, immediate jail. I'm telling you, it's insane some of the stuff you have to go through. What you trying to send Paul? Oh, you're trying to send Paul the Kage's Discord? Sexuality compared to racism is crazy. Hello. Oh, he learned a lesson that day and he never said anything else about it. And I will always stand on that hill. I would love to be able to take my skin color off. That worked. All right, perfect. Yeah, he has a really good spreadsheet, and Kage is really good about like if he starts dealing with too many things or if he hears too many people having problems with certain props, he'll start to put little question marks next to certain companies. Speaking of which, I feel like I heard, who did Kyle say he was? Damn, I'm gonna have to go back to one of his streams because he said that there were people who were talking about not getting paid out with a prop, and I don't remember which one it is. It's not Tick Tick. I don't think it's Perdia. I don't remember. If I can figure it out, I'll come and tell y'all tomorrow, because there's a prop that some people are saying are not paying out right now, but I can't remember which one it is. Yes, please hit the like. But yeah, you guys, so unfortunately, because I was late, we have no trades, but I promise I will be here on time tomorrow. I have already set my alarm. No, it's not You Profit. It's not You Profit. It's something else. If I figure it out early, I'll tell y'all in the Discord, because I want y'all to be aware just in case y'all are thinking about getting accounts here, but I cannot remember which one it is. But yeah, good discussion today, you guys. I'm glad we had some stuff to talk about because the market didn't. Tick Tick was taking a while to pay, but it was because they were taking them to live, so they were interesting. I don't feel like it was Tick Tick either. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it because I haven't looked at very many of his streams, so if I can find it, I'll let y'all know. But yeah, I thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for the discussion today. Again, sorry I was late and sorry I couldn't take no trades, but we're gonna be here on time tomorrow. Please like the video. Ash, you're welcome. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I promise I'll be on time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.